Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name's Baron Collins Hill and I'm here with Noah Fishman. We put out an album last fall called Fine Times, and on it we recorded Noah's great tune Hey Buddy Hey. There's one lesson already on the website where Noah breaks the tune down and teaches it, so you should go check that out. But we also wanted to take a minute and talk a little bit about arrangement and playing in the key of E and just our process with this tune.
We'll talk about soloing now, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering what I did. I know at some point
it was awesome. Whatever it was. Yeah.
I was doing a lot of sort of taking a lot of that G sharp, which is the sixth? No, the 3 in the key of E major, and I was kind of taking a blue note out of there and making it a G natural. So Noah would be playing maybe an E chord. Gonna chop that a little bit, and I would do. So I've got a couple notes in there. I've got that G natural, and I'm also hitting a D natural. So a flat 7 and a flat 3, which are your classic blue notes. Kind of bluesy sound to give it a little bit of dissonance because I love dissonance.
Mm-hmm. Same. Yeah, it's my favorite snack. Yeah, when we get into the solo sections, it is possible. There are some changes, some chord changes. So you can go, E, A, E, A, E, A, B, E, A, B, E, A, B, E. But we can also just stay in E. If you were to solo, I don't know, can you, if we take it a little slower, if you play the chords for the A section, I'll play a solo in a way that really follows the chord changes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When the chord is E, I'm doing a lot of E scale stuff. When the chord is A, I'm using all the arpeggios that I have ingrained in my brain. On the B, I'm making sure I hit something that outlines that chord change a little bit.
And I think what's interesting when Noah's doing that, and Noah, like one of the first things Noah said at the beginning of this lesson here was how the tune was pretty much based on a lot of these pentatonics and arpeggios. So when Noah was soloing and really following those chord changes, you could hear a lot of the melody in there. And that's something that I often talk about with kind of soloing in general is, play your version of the melody, or, take the melody and use it as a solo rather than going out into the stratosphere. And, both options are totally acceptable. But I think a lot of the time for myself, kind of sticking to the melody, and in this tune we definitely get away from that a little bit. But often if you just, start with the melody, that's a great grounds for an improvisation.
Yeah. There's a British guitar player I really like named Martin Taylor. It's an amazing name for a guitar player to have. Martin Taylor, he's a great jazz guitar player. And I went to a master class with him once, and he said, when you go to take a solo, all you're doing is playing a new melody based on the melody that you just played. So I think that really works for this song. Because it's a little bit of a quirky melody, it really guides the solo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that the D natural in the B section is another way, that phrase that emerges in some way in both of our solos. So it gives the solos a lot of character.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because I think you have more of a mind and have spent more time kind of thinking critically about this stuff. So I don't doubt that it was in my solo, but I'm pretty oblivious to the fact that it was.
Yeah. Well, that's the joy of writing tunes, is that you really get inside them and you learn all their nuances. And,
it's true.
So even if you didn't think about playing that phrase, I could hear that phrase in your solo.
Yeah.
So another thing about the arrangement is that at a certain point, when we've both played the melody and we've both soloed and we've soloed back and forth, then we play the melody again, but this time we harmonize it. And I wrote a specific harmony part that directly follows every single note of the melody. So if you already have your melody in your head by this time, after watching the first video and listening to us play it a million times in this video, maybe you'll hear the melody when I play the harmony part now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Something like that.
Nice.
So if you add the melody
Yeah. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and then sometimes I think I take it up the octave as well. Can you do
Yeah.
the melody again?
1, 2, 3.
And then likewise, there's a harmony part that follows the B part. Yeah, want to play the B part with me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And in a lot of cases, when you're playing a tune that you know, you may be able to sort of just spontaneously create a harmony part out of thin air. But sometimes it's really nice to go note by note and create a harmony part that's really married to the original voice of the melody. So
Yeah,
that's what we
that
do
one's. I really like the way that one kind of interweaves. It's
Mm-hmm.
well thought out.
Thank you. We would be remiss if we didn't end the video by talking about the end of the recording.
Yeah, this tune's got a big finish, you could call it.
Yeah, we were partially at a loss for how exactly to finish this with the appropriate fireworks level, so we came up with something like this. It's just so much
Gets you
fun.
every time.
Part
Also, it's hard to nail that.
Yeah, part of the reason I'm laughing anyway is that as I'm doing the big glissando, I'm counting the frets and making sure I know which one is the E. So I'm like, I think it's this one. And trust us, we took a lot of false takes. Yeah.
And I realize I'm kind of adding the same sort of sound that I added at the beginning. Noah's got the big lush chords, and I've got the little. I'm doing. You could call it an octave, but I'm not always actually on an octave.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got that big octave sound, but sometimes I do get a little.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as I end on the octave, it's all right.
Yeah, and I'm going low, so it is exactly mirroring.
Yeah,
what we
because
did.
I've got kind of like that punchy stuff, and you've got all the kind of color tones. Yeah, very hard to nail that.
So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. What a treat to be your guest, Baron.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll have Noah back for some of his other tunes and the other stuff that we did on the album.
Feel free to check out the album. Again, Baron mentioned. You can find that on his website. It was such a joy to put it together with him, and we've got some more music coming at some point in the future, as well as a few shows, so stay tuned.
Yeah, and NoahFishmanMusic.com?
NoahFishmanMusic.com. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, fix it in post.
Yeah.